Agriculture Division serves those students seeking an agriculture major. So a variety of majors are housed within the Agriculture Division.
And we talk about Lakeland or community college, most people talk about the fact that it's cost effective, which it certainly is. But the value you get in the quality of education is just outstanding. It's second to none. And look at it in our ag division itself. Each person or ag division is teaching in their area of strength.
We have so many different ag instructors, and they're teaching what they are passionate about.
They've all worked in their respective fields before coming here. So even though they may not, like for me, coming from the farm, they may not have that particular experience, but they dealt with people who were in my shoes and they can really make the connection.
Strength here at Lakeland College in the Ag Division is the diversity in this program. We've wide diversity of products and the knowledge base that they're going to get here. I think we get a well-rounded by having multiple brands of equipment specialized here on campus. We've definitely have the John Deere program, which helps aid in this program as well. So we can actually cover a lot of different brands this way, and it gives the kids a diverse background.
When you come to the college level, you're taking classes about things you have an interest in with fellow students that have an interest. So you may have had that one horticulture class, but now I'm going to give you an intro to a tree class, a shrub class, a grass class, a perennials and annuals. So they're all classes in what you already have an interest in, and your fellow students all have an interest in it. So it's quite a bit, not that we don't have a few gen eds we got to throw in there, but that's the big difference about coming to the college, is that connection you make with fellow students and finding out what your passion is, and it can be a real job.
My experience at Lakeland has been very welcoming, and I have learned a lot of skills, not only from the instructors, but from other students as well.
We have students from everywhere, which actually lends more flexibility in the classroom, more experiences from the real world into a classroom. And in my classes, I really enjoy and try to encourage students to talk about, okay, what happens in their world? How does this apply to you in your world? And so with that, it really helps the students to grow that way without them even realizing that they're learning something.
I have learned so much, and I definitely know that everything I have learned here will stick with me for the rest of my life.
One of the rewarding things about working here is you have 2 years to work with the student, and they come in and maybe they're a little bit shy, timid, they may have a thought or an idea about what they want to do, but they don't know exactly what it looks like, and to be one of the stepping stones here at Lakeland in 2 years, and then watch that student, that dream or that career goal become a fruition. It really is the most rewarding part of my job.
The instructors that I had and just the experience I had with how much the instructors care about you, they want to see you excel. The sky's the limit, I think, is a big thing that I've learned a lot.
So yeah, Lakeland's done a very good job of just kind of preparing you for taking the next step. I've noticed that really recently in my sophomore year and transitioning into the spring, that I'm ready to take the next step. I don't really want to leave here, but I know that my classes are intact and I've grown as a person, and this program has shaped me and who I am, and that I'm ready when I need to be.
We all communicate with each other, we communicate with the employers that hire our students, and we have a good network, and we're able to help our students get where they need to go.
I think Lakeland does a phenomenal job on connecting their students to different career paths and different individuals, and specifically alumni that are in those areas. I know our ag division is like a family here. Everywhere we go, you can find somebody that, oh, I've heard of Lakeland, or oh, I went to school there, or I know so-and-so, and I think that's an amazing resource to have as students. We actually have our job fair coming here on campus for our ag students, where we're really getting that industry knowledge and experience, as well as just preparing ourselves and our students for career success wherever we're going, whether that's going back to the family farm or like somebody who's transferring on to another university to continue that degree. They're really just trying to connect our students to the best possible resources, no matter where you're kind of going in life.
I always say that Lakeland, I always joke that if I could have stayed here for 8 years, I would have. And I think that there's an opportunity to just really gain skills and be prepared academically to go into the next level. And so I truly felt like when I left here, I was prepared to go to a 4-year university, but also I felt like I developed a network and a set of skills that made me marketable as a potential employee and intern as well. And so I felt like even as I reflect back on, my academic career now into my professional career, the skills that I learned as far as leadership, communication, and just having some general acumen in agriculture really starts here.
Well, one of the things that I travel quite a bit outside of my job within the livestock industry. My family, we raise and show lambs. We've had a few pigs. My daughter shows cattle at the local, state, national level. And that's one of the interesting things, that when you travel and get out there and speak to past alumni as you're out and about. I got to see a young lady in Denver, Colorado at the National Western Stock Show just a few weeks ago. And she mentioned, she goes, I wish I could come back to Lakeland. That was the best 2 years of my education. She's working on her master's degree now, but to have that opportunity she said, I would have taken all 4 years there. And that just makes you feel really good as an employee that we're doing the right things.
I always had the goal of coming back to Lakeland because I felt that the instructors here at Lakeland really cared about us and wanted to make a difference in the lives of their students. And I always hoped that I'd be able to pass on that tradition to students as well.
Everybody's so nice and willing to help no matter what. And so if you're looking for that kind of college, which I don't know who wouldn't be, I'd say Lakeland's the one.
The class sizes are small, which is nice because you get one-on-one with your teacher, so you kind of are able to get to know them a little better, and they know you, they know your name, rather than just a student and a number.
As a member of the Lakeland agriculture community, they are treated as someone who can make a difference. And I truly think that every student we have in our division is someone that has a voice, someone that has a unique path, and yet at the same time come together to make our division as a whole very, very successful.
I remember when I took my campus visit, it just felt like home.
The students that I have the opportunity to work with on a daily basis truly make it feel like home.
As soon as I took my first step on here, it just felt like I was at my home away from home.
It's just a good place that feels like home.
It just felt like home.
When I walked on campus, it just seemed like home.
It's where I truly felt at home.
As soon as I hit campus here, it just kind of felt like home. I know the cliche line, like when you get here, and it feels like home. It really does.